this looks like. Let's see what we got here. Hello. What is going on? Bro, how was your day? Hello. What is going on? Bro, how was your day? Okay. So, I got a few things to figure out here. Guns out, no doubt. Hey, what's up? How you doing, bud? I'm just trying to get. I'm just looking at my things for live streams here. Just trying to look at what my options are, how it's gonna look, things like that. I have all my things ready. Yeah, thanks, Cask. Appreciate it. I'm just trying to make this look right. And hello, how you doing, Collector? Hey, can one of you guys unsubscribe from my channel and then subscribe to see if it shows up on this? Because it's supposed to be showing up. If people are subscribing and things, it's supposed to be showing up now. I'm trying to learn how to use Streamlabs here. I'm just trying to see what it's going to look like. And why isn't the chat showing up? Shouldn't the chat be showing up on the stream? Oh, sorry guys. Hold on one sec here. Event list. Oh, man. Okay. Full camera chop event list. I don't know. I guess this thing works like shit, because I can assure you. I can assure you nothing's up. Nothing's showing up in the chat. I got me a high polished brass Zippo, but my brass Zippo lighter armor, very nice. Do you got one? A high polished brass Zippo lighter armor? Do I have one? Go look at my videos. I have several of them. It's my favorite lighter. I have one right here. Do you have a 1941 brass replica? Because that's the way to go. Look at that beaut. Love this lighter. Okay, but now I'm noticing, why isn't my chat showing up on the live stream? And why isn't anything showing up on the live stream, actually, is what I'm curious about. Black Crackle is your favorite? Like this one? Very nice piece right here. Love this black crackle also. Any replica, really, in my opinion. Hold on one sec, guys. I just gotta go to my YouTube studio for a second. But what I'm not happy about, how this stream is looking right now, to be honest, guys. I expected it to show chat. I expected it to show subscribers. I go in the options. There is not really much for them. And the more I look, the less it is getting to make me happy, really, here. Like, the whole reason why I downloaded Streamlabs was for that reason, right? Whole reason why I downloaded Streamlabs is because I wanted my chat to show up in the live streams. I wanted my subscribers to be able to see their name when they subscribed in the live stream. This is not helping. And there's no options. Like, I don't know what is going on here. Hold on, guys. I'm going to get back to your chat in a second. Do you use your Zippo lighter for smoking, like mine for little cigars? Yeah, of course I use my Zippo for smoking. This Zippo right here is a vintage 90s Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada Zippo. And it has the matching insert. It is the black matte. Used to have a little brass piece here with some initials on it. Someone scraped it off. I don't know who. I didn't get this lighter brand new. Recently acquired this from a friend. And I love this lighter too. And this is my everyday user right now. I recently did a video on it. And I like it. If you like that trick, check out my Zippo tricks videos and learn how to do it. So what else is going on, boys? Like I said, I'm not happy with this live stream right now. Like, Streamlabs is putting their logo in my live stream, but they're not letting me use any of the good things from it. So I don't understand. And we got 4 people watching. Make sure you leave a like, eh? Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here, or why this doesn't work. Nothing but chilling. How have you been? Good. So I gotta go through and I gotta figure out why this isn't showing. Why isn't Streamlabs showing my subscribers? Why aren't they showing the chat in the side? And why is there no option? Why is there no option to do that? Yeah. Am I Canadian? Yes, I am. That's why I have the Canadian Zippo collection. I do not know much about the history of American Zippos, but I could spot a Canadian Zippo out from a mile away. I know the complete history of them. That's what I specialize in, is Canadian Zippos. And if you don't know, they don't make Zippos in Canada anymore, so that's why they're a little more rare, a little more collectible. What about you, Guns Out, No Doubt? Where are you from, bud? States, I'm guessing? I have a lot of subscribers in Texas for some reason. Let's straighten it out. Let's see if that straightens it out. Oof, that camera's not good. then you find out that you need to pay for the Streamlabs. yeah, you do. But there is a free thing. But like, the free thing's supposed to let the everything show up. So if it's not going to do that, I'm clearly going to delete it right away. What's the point? Like, I'm not paying for it. Or if I can't figure it out, or like I you know what's funny? I watched the tutorial on how to use it, right? For the laptop and the phone, and I did, and I watched the tutorial, I went through all the steps. There's no options in there. Like on the phone, there's no options in there for me to switch it over. Like, I don't know. Yeah, from Oklahoma, originally New Hampshire. Nice, but that's cool. I heard Oklahoma's a cool place too. Hey, what would you guys think if I drilled out the rivets on this camshaft and this flywheel tonight on a live stream? Would you guys like to see that and how that's done? Because I'm thinking about doing a repair video, and I'd have to drill them out anyways. You know, maybe just a quick little repair video on how people could, you know, fix their camshaft or their flywheel. I don't know. Thought maybe I'd at least drill them out tonight. You know what though? I forgot. There's another light in here I have to turn on. There we go. Now, what do you mean? What about a hinge for the case? Like Hinge Material? Like, are you asking what you want to use for Hinge Material? Like, I've already said it before. You got to get, if you didn't watch my how to fix a Zippo hinge video, which I suggest you do, these pins right here. This is a very good hinge material. It is a strong stainless steel. It's already stainless. It's very strong, like for its thin size. But if you look closely, none of these are the right size. These are all too small. You have to buy a larger safety pin than this. I suggest like one of the ones that are like this big, because that gauge will be the proper gauge. You don't want your pin in your hinge let me show you. You don't want the pin in your hinge that's in your hinge. You don't want it to be loose. Okay? Oh, that'll never focus actually because I zoomed in. I don't think you could focus when you zoom in. I ruined a video like that. We'll see on the video here. Yeah, it'll never focus because I zoomed in. So I can't hold things up. So that's something I got to work on for the next live stream too. Don't zoom in my camera so I can zoom up to it. All right. And yes, and how it is done. I did watch it. I just wasn't sure what size of pins. Oh yeah, so anyways, we were talking about that. Do you have a Harley Davidson Zippo? No, I do not. I do not ride a Harley Davidson. Thus, I wouldn't have a Harley Davidson Zippo. But I'll show you what I do have. I have the only Niagara Falls, Ontario Jack Daniels Zippo. Okay, this is the only one I can find on the internet. If you type it into Google and look for pictures of a old Jack Daniels Niagara Falls Zippo, you will not find one. I think they're ugly. Yeah, me too. I don't really care much for Harley Davidson or anybody who rides one. They're not even a really efficient bike. They're not even good bikes, to be honest. They're not even good bikes. They're loud. That's it. They're not dependable. The way they make them now is completely different. It's not an original Harley Davidson. People are just so stuck to the brand. And to be honest with you, if you go look at other lighters, Zippos aren't even good lighters. You know what I mean? They're not. They're terrible. There's way better outperforming lighters than these Zippos. I'll tell you that. But sorry, back to that hinge thing. Carl, what's up, buddy? How you doing? It's not a trick stream, it's just a stream in general, asking questions. Okay, but you were asking about the pin for the hinge. The pin has to be wide enough to fit tightly in there. Like, it can't be loose. The pin can't be loose and have room to move. These pins are placed tight in here, and that's why they don't fall out, because they're just tight. They're not they're not loose in there and then like rounded ends to make sure they don't come through and through. They're wedged in there so tight that they don't fall out. And as you work them out, as you open the lid, they work their ways out and they do things like that. Around here, Harley Davidsons are popular. Oh yeah, they popular in Oklahoma. I don't know what. I'm sure they're not. I'm sure people wouldn't appreciate you calling them Harley Davidsons. But you know what though? To be honest with you, guns out, no doubt. I bet you in Oklahoma, a lot of those Harley Davidson owners own Harley Davidsons that are antiques, like 70s, 80s, good ones. You know what I mean? I bet you not too many own a 2021. You know, those guys are all old riders down there, you know. But I don't know, I'm not big in the bike culture, man. Like, I don't want to deter to that, talking about biking, you know what I mean? I don't know, I'm not a biker, I don't care about biking. But if I ever do come across a Harley Davidson Zippo, I'll pick it up for you, okay? But I'll never order a new one, though. That's what you're... So what else, guys? You see Harley gangs all the time. They think they look cool. You know what? My favorite South Park episode. Most of the riders are old-fashioned. Yeah, probably. By me. Good-looking 1941 brass. Thank you, Carl. It's one of my favorites. I have the 41 Black Crackle also, right here. Damn right. Yeah, that South Park episode where they changed the name of the dictionary for those guys. You ever see that one, Collector? You ever see that? Oh, I saw that South Park. yeah. So you saw it. Don't comment it in the chat though. I don't want that on there. I don't want to have to delete your message. I don't need that talk on there. Thomas Wiles, 1:18 a.m. here. Nice, buddy. It's only 8:19 p.m. here. How's your bottom stamp on the Crackle 1941? More of a Family Guy. Yeah. I can't really stand Family Guy. Those jokes are so recycled. Thomas Wiles, though, I wanted to say, welcome to the live stream. This guy here, Thomas Wiles, he subscribed to me a while ago. Yeah, you're from the UK. He's got 400 and some subscribers himself. I noticed. The biggest channel that subscribes to me has 9,000 subscribers, and then the next one's like 3,000 or something. 5:19 p.m. there? Yo, okay, Collector, it's 5:19 p.m. where you are. I thought you said you lived in Illinois. I live right above Illinois. There's no way it's 5:19 p.m. there. So you don't live in Illinois. You deleted all your videos a few years ago. What kind of videos did you even post, Thomas? Oh shit, it's 7:20. Yeah. There makes more sense now, Collector. You don't even know how to look at your watch? You can't even look at your cell phone for the right time? Oh man. Oh, a hard day at school then, I bet. Yeah. My clock, it's 2 hours early. Yeah. That's 3 hours, 5:19. Oh, yeah, because mine's 8. Illinois is an hour behind us. What is your favorite Zippo? What is my favorite Zippo? I'll show them to you. These are my favorite two Zippos right here. Here, let me close the lid for you to see. Collectible edition Zippo Canada. This is the final production run of Canadian Zippo. It's the last ever Canadian Zippo made. It's silver plated. I've actually never opened it. You can see that nice white glow on it. It's different than a regular Zippo. I've never opened it. It's still got the original seal on it. Got it at a pawn shop for 30 bucks. The Zippos easily worth 200. It's hard to find for under 170 American online. Great Zippo. Love that Zippo. Here, I'm gonna read a few comments before I. Okay, what is it? I collected playing cards. I hate loads, and I just grew out of collecting them, and just recently got into Zippos. That's nice. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know, I don't know. I was never like when I was a kid. I used to collect hockey cards and things like that, but like I'm far from a kid. $30, damn, yeah, it was a good deal. All right, so my next favorite Zippo is this one. It is the Armor Sterling Silver, and you could watch the videos on my YouTube where I go into details about these and I unbox them. The second I drove home from the pawn shop, I did a video on this. I was very excited in the video. And then my other favorite Zippo is this Armor Solid. This isn't plated. This is solid sterling silver. This is solid sterling silver. Oh, it's in there good. Why is it in there so good? It's stuck in there. Okay, that's that solid sterling silver. It's a 2017. It's an Armor Zippo. This is the most expensive Zippo on the Canadian website, and it is the second most expensive Zippo on the American website. The most expensive Zippo on the American website is a solid 18 karat gold Zippo. And this one on the American website is $250. And on the Canadian website, it's $350 plus tax. So it comes to about $400 for this Zippo. Like I said, it is solid silver. I keep it in this bag. I don't feel like taking it out because then I got to wipe the fingerprints off again. So I just don't care. I'm just going to show you. And I'm gonna respectively put them away now. Just because I don't want to end up with a bunch of Zippos on my desk here. Wow, that's nice. What is your favorite Zippo lighter fluid? What is my favorite Zippo lighter fluid? It would have to be Zippo lighter fluid, bud. I'm gonna have to say that's my favorite. I don't care what anyone says. You can argue till you're blue in the face. Would never find any Zippos in a pawn shop here. Yeah, Carl, that's probably because of where you live. I bet you find a lot of other different kind of antiques lighters in the pawn shops there, though, ones that are from the area. And Josh Zippo, can you please say Samantha, Josh loves you? There you go. I already said it, buddy. Yeah, did Samantha break up with you, bro? You having a hard time trying to win her back? Happens. You know what I'm going to do, guys? Give me a second. I'm going to unzoom the camera so I can hold things close up to the camera and they will focus for you guys. I know Carl wanted to look at the bottom stamp of my Black Crackle and I want to show him. So just hold on one second. I'm going to adjust this. Alright, you guys can see my laptop in the shot because my laptop is right beside me and that's how I'm reading your chat. My phone is on its thing and my laptop is sitting right beside it so I could read all the comments. Haha, that's class. She is my wife. Laptop reveal. Shut up, Carl. Yes, well, I'm glad you are married happily and you love your wife. Because not everyone can say that, but let me tell you that. Now, let's see if this will focus. Okay, there's a delay here, so it's going to look like I'm holding it up for a long time. Okay, it doesn't look like that focused at all. So, let's see. Let's see if I can get it to by looking at the camera. Okay, so I can. Alright, it's upside down though, right, Carl? Okay, Carl, this is the bottom stamp of my Niagara Falls, sorry, Jesus, my 1941 Black Crackle replica. You can see it says, I can't see because there's a bunch of chat over the screen that I'm looking at. but it is a K 2016, so November 2016, and Remembrance Day is in November, so for this to be a World War II replica and also be made in the same month, it's pretty cool. Do you have a 1941? I want to see it compared to a classic standard. Got to go, buddy. Really enjoyed the live stream. Good luck. Be safe, sir. Guns come out. Thanks for joining the live stream, and thanks for asking good questions and joining in the chat. K16, nice, man. Is H18. Oh, nice, nice. Okay, now, do you have a 1941? I want to see compared to the classic standard. Here, let me grab them. Alright, so, where's my classic standard? Okay, so, Josh Zippo, here you go. Now, these two are the exact same Zippos you're asking about. This is a 1941 Black Crackle. This is a classic standard. The classic standard is a B for February 2014. This is Bradford, Pennsylvania, USA. This is what... I don't have flints in any of my lighters because I store them. I'm going to show you a few differences in inserts. So the difference in the inserts you're going to notice between a replica and a standard, you're going to notice the hole right there in the flywheel. See, there's a hole in that flywheel. There isn't in that one. The hole in the standard, and there is a missing hole because they didn't have an 8-hole chimney in 1941. There's no dimple here to keep the insert in the case. See that right there? This is just completely flat stock. You could see it where there's a scratch there where there like used to be one, it looks like. Printing was different. Camshaft is a little different, kind of. They use the same rivet though. What else? The flywheels used to be different, but I think for parts and manufacturing they just use the same one. The cases actually don't fit in each other's case. If you see, I can't put a 41 into a standard. It doesn't fit. And I can't put... I might be able to put a standard into a 41 though. Yes, I can fit a standard insert into a 41 case, but I cannot fit a 41 insert to a standard case. So, and you're going to notice difference in, like, see how that opens up all the way? A standard case does not. This one kind of does. It has a lot of play. And another difference too is the hinge. You'll notice there's a 4-barrel hinge, and then there is the other one. Hold on, let me catch up on some chat here. How come you got a whiskey beer mat on all your vids? I really want one. Well, why do I have this? I got it for free from a bar, buddy. I said, hey, that's a cool shot mat. Can I have it? They said yes. And they gave it to me. It was a female. She probably liked me, I guess, because she gave it to me. And then another female waitress gave me another one. I'm going to use it in my next live stream, I think, because it's a better shape. It's actually a big square one like this. And it's red. And it's just like this, but it's red. And it's a big square. And it's a Bacardi rum one. And then I got some smaller blue one, you know, Bud Light one. I got a Jack Daniels one. You know, just the smaller, skinnier ones that are only this big. You're probably used to seeing them. Carl the Third. The thing about the Crackle bottom stamp is that some of the black Crackle doesn't have a nice lineup, so they will cover some of the stamp. Sadly, yours was nice. Yeah, you know, it's not a perfect system, Carl, the way they do it. But you know what? They usually do get it pretty well. They usually do. I can't complain. I haven't seen any that were that bad. Yes, you do need to start asking for beer mats. I also like the mat. Oh, thanks, Jimbo. I'm glad you can join. Yeah, and that's it. Okay, those are all the comments. All right, so I'll start putting these back. And I hope that cleared some things up for you, Josh, of comparisons. yeah, so I don't know. I figure we could do a lot with these live streams. You know what I mean? I might do some repairs on live streams. It's nice to ask questions. I do video game live streams. Sorry. I finally got a 1932. It's my most proud Zippo. Have any 1935 reps? The 1941 just feels more solid, I feel, as well. It does. It does. It does feel the most solid, and I do like it. The closest thing I have to 35 replica would be right here. You can see it's got the slashes and everything like that, but it doesn't have the hinge. This is a vintage look. This isn't an actual 35 replica. And yo, you said you have the 32 replica, the first one. Okay, I was in a pawn shop. I had the option to buy that Zippo. I seen that Zippo for the first time. And those 30, it was the ugliest Zippo I've ever seen. I didn't like the feel of it. It was so sharp and so square. I did not like that Zippo. And it had the box, everything like that. It wasn't original. It was a replica of the 32. And I didn't even buy it. It was for $10. It's probably a regular $30, $40 Zippo. I didn't even buy it. Didn't even want it. And like I said, I don't care much about, I don't want to offend anybody here. I don't care much about the American Zippo. I specialize in the Canadian Zippo. I'm not saying I don't care in them and that I don't own them. Obviously, I do own them. You know what I mean? It's just like I don't know much about them. Like, I do. I know more than the average guy, that's for sure. But, I don't know the whole history and things like that. I specialize in Canadian. How dare you? Yeah. Yeah. But, it's just many things. Many things that I look for. And this is probably one of my favorite replicas right here. This is probably one of my favorite replicas right here. This is the 75th anniversary 1941 Blast replica. And this whole plate on the front is also like brass. This feels heavier than an armor. I've never felt a Zippo that heavy. It's just so heavy, man. Really cool. Official bottom stamp for its own thing. I don't know. I just really like the Zippo. And one of my subscribers is actually one of these guys on here. Anthony Amato, he said his name is. And look, they even give you, on the inside of the thing, they even tell you what all the differences is in a 1941 that you won't find in the new one. Is there a real difference between American and Canadian Zippos? To be honest, I have no knowledge on the Niagara Falls ones. How many Zippos do you currently own, if you don't mind me asking? Okay, so start at the top of the list. How many Zippos do I currently own? Oof, man, I don't know. I have all my valuable ones and all the ones I like close to me. I have all the ones that will never be worth any money, that just have stupid pictures on them. You know what I mean? Like, people think just because they have a Zippo from the 70s with a picture of Elvis on it, it's worth money. I got news for you. That Zippo is worth nothing. All right? It is worth what you think it is worth. That is about it. Okay, and then the next question. Is there a difference between American and Canadian Zippo? Of course there's differences, my friend. If you look on the bottom stamp, it just says Niagara Falls, Ontario. That's different. They were made in Canada, so that's different. And they'll have different markings. And the one thing you're not going to realize is a Canadian Zippo is more collectible than an American one. And it's not because Canada's better than America. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with availability. You see, when Zippo puts out a run in America, they'll put out 25,000 Zippos for that specific model, right? Canada's population was so small that when we put out just a regular Zippo run, it would only be 1,000 to 5,000. So that automatically puts it in a smaller range, harder to get, more to look for thing, right? So you would have no idea. And then, so I have a 1990s American Zippo, okay, right here. Where is it? Right here, 1990s American Zippo. It is worth $5 at best, probably not even that, okay? There's not going to be too many 90s American Zippos that are worth a lot of money. I'm sorry. It's because they're so abundant. There's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of them made in those 90s era. They're just, the valuability is not there, okay? The only time you start getting into American Zippos to be worth money is when you start going I'm going to read your comments, guys. Don't worry. I'm going to get to those. I'm just explaining this one. I'm going to go one at a time. And thanks, Josh. I appreciate it. The only time you're going to get an American Zippo worth money is if it starts going back to Vietnam and things like that. Like any war Zippo and things like that. Because there's just so many 70s and 80s and 90s American Zippos. And there's just not Canadian ones. So for a Canadian one to be around that long. And if you watched my last video, I just posted drilling out a flint. That's a Canadian Zippo that is 60 years old. It's from 1963. And that Zippo is worth serious money. That Zippo is worth like $300. Okay, you're not going to find the only American Zippo you're gonna find that's $300 from the 60s is a Vietnam one. You know what I mean? Like, and I know the Vietnam did end in the early 70s, so you're still gonna get some good 70s Zippos from America. That's worth money. So, and another reason why the Canadian Zippos are worth money is because the Canadian factory closed in 2002, and the Niagara Falls factory was the only factory in Zippo history to ever build Zippos outside of Bradford, Pennsylvania, USA. So that's why they're worth money. That's why they're collectible, and you don't even know you want one until now. All right, so the next question. Do you think there's a way to polish up street chrome to a mirror finish, or is it worth it? Well, there is and there isn't, right? You see, the street chrome scratches are pretty deep, and the chrome is a pretty thin layer. And so you're not going to be able to get those scratches out without removing the chrome because they're deep. I know what a street chrome Zippo is. I know how deep scratches are. Okay, on a brushed chrome, eventually, and I have proof right here. This is a brushed chrome, and like this is an old 90s Zippo, and it's worn right off. This is a brushed brass, okay? There was deep scratches, and I use this so much. Look, it's completely flush. If I polish this, it'd be a mirror finish. But I can do that on this because it's solid brass. You cannot do that on chrome, because as soon as you go to polish chrome to get deep scratches out, you're removing chrome, and then it's you're not gonna have it. Wait, okay, where is it? Okay, next one. That's true. There is a guy on eBay wanting $100 for a Zippo with a toolbox picture on, and he has relisted it 3 or 4 times. Yeah, because he's not selling it. Nobody wants it. He just thinks it's worth money. These people have no idea. Zippo has a book that tells you what Zippos are worth money. Like, I don't know how people don't read or go up on it, but I don't know. People are weird. You're probably just gonna scrape it down to the brass. Yeah, and that's basically what you'd have to do. So like, you take all the chrome off, you can make it a high polished brass very easily. I hope you'll do live streams like this often. The game streams are cool, but this is very enjoyable. Thank you. You know, I was just doing it because it was just easy for me to play a video game and things like that. But I like doing this too, and I really like this setup too. And I'm happy you guys are here, and I'm happy talking to you. How much do you reckon an American 1932 to 1992 marble brass Zippo is worth? What does that mean? Like, are you talking, like, do you mean any Zippo between 1932 to 1992? Or are you talking about some sort of commemorative Zippo, like how my 75 anniversary brass is a 19 whatever to 2002 or whatever it was? Rather would it lose value if I use it? Okay. I have a brass stag emblem Marlboro. It is brand new, just has some tarnish from storage. It is monogrammed. Is it worth anything, or should I feel guilty using it? Okay, yes, it is worth something, and yes, you should feel guilty using it, right? Like, now, you don't mean it's brand new from, like, one you bought this year. You mean it's in brand new condition, but it's an older one? Is that what you mean? Okay, rather would it lose value if I say. Okay. I also have one of them. 11 viewers, wow, like the stream, guys. Yeah, thanks, guys, I appreciate it. Nice. Is it commemorative Zippo? Sorry, I didn't state that. It is a commemorative Zippo. Okay, so that's the commemorative 32 to 92 Zippo. Is it worth money? Yes, it is, but it's got to be worth money to the guy who wants it, right? Like, it was only made in 1992. It had a production run. It was probably, I'm going to be honest with you, probably about 50,000 of them made. So it's not highly collectible. It's not going to be your top tier moneymaker. But is it going to be worth something? Yeah, I'd put that right around $40-50. Maybe. Like, that's being generous. I don't know. It might only be 30. I also sorry, I didn't state that. Kasky, how you doing, bud? It has not been sparked, but it has tarnish. It has a Marlboro box. Okay, but now, collector, is it new? Is it a new Zippo, like one from the last 2 years, or is it an old Zippo that looks brand new? You didn't specify what that was because like I can't give you any information. Thank you for the information, pal. I've been offered $90 here in the UK for it, so I'll go for that offer. You should. If you got offered $90 for that, you should. But you know what, Thomas? Maybe hold on to it because I don't think in the next 20 years, I don't think smoke companies are going to be allowed to put their logo on anything. And all those old Marlboro ones and things like that, Camel, those are all going to be very highly collectible in the next 20 years. If I were you, I would not sell it. I would hold on to it. If you're young, especially if you're young. If you're a young guy, like if you're 80 and going to be dead in the next 20 years, yeah, sell it now then. You don't have any grandkids. But if you're a young guy, you got that Zippo, hold on to it. Oh, sorry, it is older. Yes, okay, so it is irreplaceable, collector. It is 100% irreplaceable. And do not use that Zippo. You can't replace that insert. You scratch it, you're going to use it. Just keep it alone and enjoy it from afar. I have tons of Zippos like that I don't use. But that's why I got a lot of beater Zippos that I can use. And like I said, I'm gold plating this Niagara Falls one, this 1996 or 8 or whatever the hell it is. I'm gold plating this, so I don't care about this black mat on it. I'll scratch it all off right now. It doesn't bother me. 20 years, damn, and yeah, I am 19. Yeah, so don't go Thomas, don't go throwing all your eggs in a basket and getting rid of them now when you can have a farm in a few years. You know what I mean? Do you think Zippo will be around a while since no one is smoking? Do you think collectors will be able to keep Zippo alive, and for how long? All right, I will keep it for looks. Yeah, good job. Well, Josh, to be honest with you, bud, I think Zippo's going to be around for a long time, even if people aren't smoking. Like, I didn't smoke for years, and I always carried a Zippo. It was just handy, you know what I mean? Like, maybe you live in the city, and you live in a big city, and you live a big city life, and you don't go camping, or you don't go out in the bush, or maybe there's no winter where you live. But I'll tell you one thing. Regardless if I smoke or not, if I go anywhere away from civilization, you best believe I'm bringing a Zippo. And you best believe it's going to be fully equipped with flints and extra fluid and all that crap, because this is the only thing that's going to save your life in a jam. It's the only thing that will light in high altitudes. It is the only lighter that is friggin' waterproof. It's the only lighter that will light in minus 55 blistering cold weather. Trust me. Trust me when I say this will save your life. It has me many of times. Okay, I have 2 Marlboro ones. One is currently in for repair. I don't smoke at all. I just like the designs and the fact they make fire. Yeah, a lot of people do, you know. There's still people smoking though, and there's always a need for fire. And exactly, collector. I highly agree. Let's see here. I got a notification. What is it? Oh, Captain Rex, thank you again for all your help. Thank you, Captain Rex. You're the man, buddy. Him and his grandpa are working on one of his old Zippos. So he came into one of my other live streams and asked my opinion on a few things. You know, it's funny. I fixed a few Zippos during live streams, but he didn't realize he had to put a flint in it. One guy didn't realize he had to trim his wick. Oh, it was funny, man. It was funny. Yeah, really hating the Streamlabs though. Like, none of the comments show up in the live stream. None of the subscribers do. I'm gonna have to email them or figure more out. I wish Zippo bought the rights to the IMCO design when they went out of business. Just imagine a lighter made by Zippo, but in the design of an IMCO triplex. Yeah. Josh, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. Those IMCOs are cool. I don't really, like I said, don't really know too much about them, blah, blah, blah. But man, those IMCOs are cool. They're really nice lighters. And guys, I'm gonna post a link in the description. Please, some of you already did go subscribe to him. You gotta check out this guy's channel, okay? His channel name is Dependable Flame. Type that in right now. Do you collect anything else other than Zippo? Yes, I do. I collect antique cans, antique bottles, antique tools, antique railroad stuff. I collect anything antique, anything from the 1800s, anything from the early 1900s. I collect it all. I actually have a pretty big collection. And eventually over the years, I am going to show all my collection in separate videos on here. So you got to go check out, same thing with people working at the morgue. There are always people dying. Have you got any Snap-on? What does that mean? Oh, Snap-on tools? No, man. Snap-on tools aren't good anymore. Zippo for the win. Yeah, man. Exactly. But what was I going to say now? I was talking about something in one of these questions. Oh, yeah. Dependable Flame. Go check out this guy's channel, Dependable Flame. He's only got like 180 some subscribers. I gave him a shout out on my channel before. I brought him like 20 new subs. This guy has a collection of antique lighters out of this world. He's got a collection of antique lighters you can only dream of. And he actually deals and sells them too. Like, if you want a World War II Zippo, if you want a Vietnam Zippo, you could actually get one from him. If you want a old 1920s Imco from Brooklyn, you could get one. You could get one. He's got them. He's got videos on all of them. He's got videos on how to fix them. He's got so many good videos. I don't know how this guy hasn't blown up as a channel. He's got cool backgrounds. He's a really cool guy. He always answers, and he always easy to talk to. Old Craftsman. Damn, everyone craves about them here where I live. Oh, that is right. I have seen him before. Everyone craves about Snap-on tools where you live? That's too bad, man. What are some industries you'd like to see Zippo enter? Personally, I adore Guitar by Zippo. I don't know, man. That's a pretty big that's pretty big reach, I guess. But like, you know what? They're already in the camping and outdoor sector. They have the Zippo axe that converts to a saw. They have fire starter kits and like survival things. They got that multi-tool now. That's what I like to see them in, because they are, maybe they can get a nice Zippo tent coming out, or, maybe I just like to see them make some upgrades for the Zippo. You know what I mean? Like maybe a chimney cap that goes in there so you don't lose fluid, and maybe a better tool that actually, is all in one tool. Just things like that. But I'm going to be making my own. I'm not going to be talking much about it. And if I wanted a Zippo guitar, I'd just buy a Martin and slap one of my Zippo stickers on it, to be honest. Check these out. Zippo sent me a bunch of them. Zippo sent me those stickers. I really like them. They're really nice stickers. Yeah, but who would make them for them? Do you really want some cheap guitar? I mean, Fender might. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Like, if I really wanted a Zippo guitar, I'd buy a Martin and slap a Zippo sticker on it. I'd slap every one of these on it. Boom. But these are really nice, high quality. And they're reflective, too. You probably can't see that, but, like, they're reflective. Where there's red, it's reflective. And the black is, too. Really cool stickers, man. Really like these stickers. I gave away one, and I highly regret it. Yes, I do play guitar. I think they could bring their state-of-the-art quality to the guitar. Like, so what, you just think they're going to make steel guitars, then? Just going to specialize in steel guitars? Because, like, what do you mean they're look at it, a brand new Zippo hinge is so loose. Like, what fine craftsmanship does Zippo really good for? You know what I mean? Like, I don't mean to sit here, I know my whole channel is about Zippo, but, like, I don't like them for their fine craftsmanship. I don't even think their craftsmanship's that fine. Have you seen an ST DuPont lighter? Have you seen one of those things, man? No, that's craftsmanship, bro. Like, these things are basically junk. They're the most basic junk shell you can get. And I you know what? I'm fine with that because they're easy to fix. I like to be able to fix this on the spot, and just how reliable it is. I'm telling you guys, go watch our Zippos waterproof video, okay? Go watch. I take this Zippo, the 41 replica, okay? I take this Zippo, I open the lid, I stick the whole thing of water upside down, pull it out, still friggin' lights, okay? That's how reliable a Zippo is. Yeah, well, it costs a lot to have anything quality being made for Zippo. Yeah, right. And Zippo doesn't have the facilities to make a guitar, and guitars are made out of wood. You know what I mean? Like most of them, like acoustic. If you're going that way, like I don't know. Do you want an electric Zippo guitar? I don't see the purpose in that. You know, I wouldn't want Martin to get in the lighter building business. Yeah. You know, they would just call Zippo and get their logo on a Zippo, right? I don't know. So what else? What else do you guys want to talk about? I'm here all night, man. Yeah, you think so? Okay, sorry guys, I'm back. I was thinking about an electric actually. Okay, electric guitars are very different. Electric guitars are easier to make. I was thinking about an electric actually. Yeah, well, you know what? Like I said, they wouldn't make it themselves. They'd probably just slap a logo on it. And simple, cheap, and easy maintenance and works in virtually any environment. That's what they're known for, not their craftsmanship. And that is correct, Alperen Taz. It's exactly what I said, and I totally agree with you. Gonna get going now. It's 2 a.m. and I have university in the morning. I've enjoyed the stream and hope you do some more. Take care, pal. Now, thank you, Thomas. I appreciate you being here, bud. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. You do good tomorrow in school, buddy. Never skip your university. And there'll be more live streams like this, so I will see you again. Oh, there. War Thief, hey, what's going on, bud? Haven't heard from you in a bit. Glad to see you back. What's the best way to put a logo on a Zippo? I want to use a copyrighted picture, and Zippo said no and sent me to bed with no dinner. Ideas? Well, Josh Zippo, you are in luck, buddy, because I'm buying a laser engraver with my first YouTube check, and I'm going to be engraving Zippos for anyone, anywhere. And I don't care if it's a copyrighted logo, because I'm not selling them. I like these types of live streams. Thanks, War Thief. I appreciate it. So, Josh Zippo, if you want a copyrighted emblem on your on your Zippo, I will gladly do it for you because no one will ever know about it. So there you go. Just answered your first question. Well, sorry, it's not your first question. It's one of many good questions, I should say. And I cannot wait to do it for you, bud. Dude, I'll hit you up for sure. I was trying to find a way to super chat you anyway. Yeah, I don't have super chats turned on, man, because like I just have so low subscribers and things like that, and I appreciate it. If you just go to my about, my email's right there, bud. If you just go to my channel and go to about at the very end, it has my Instagram, my email, anything you want to contact me. And if you want your Zippo gold plated, I'll also be doing that. So. You're a cool dude. Glad I found you when I did. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate that, bud. You might think I'm cool on YouTube, but maybe if you knew me in new life, you wouldn't think I was so cool. But like I was saying, I wouldn't ask anybody for super chat because you know why? YouTube gets half the super chat, and then I'd only get half. So if you gave me $5, YouTube would get $2.50, and they haven't done anything to earn it. If you want to help me, Josh, if you want to donate money to me, don't do it in super chat. Go to my Patreon. It's right on the thing there. There's a link for my Patreon. You can go to my Patreon. You can become a subscriber. I don't have any rewards for subscribers right now, but in the next 6 months, when I get enough YouTube money, I will be giving stickers away for a minimum donation, and then I'll be giving hats away, and then shirts away, and then if you make a maximum donation, you'll get all 3. So that way people are getting things for donating to my Patreon. And it's going to be really nice stuff. It's going to be my Zippo Fanatic logo there, the crown with the 77, and it's going to be in gold. Like you're going to see it on a black shirt. It's going to have a gold reflective. It's not going to be like gold color. It's going to look like, like nice shiny gold. And that's what the shirts and hats are going to look like. I have a little Zippo design processes. I have a list of Zippo design processes. I can get it if you give me a minute. Yeah, go ahead, man. What do you mean by that? Zippo design process is a list of them. What does that mean? How much do you think you'll want to engrave it? Not much, bud. Not much. It's not going to be anything crazy. I'll tell you that. Because don't forget, you have to pay to ship that Zippo to me, and then you have to pay to ship that Zippo back to yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not paying shipping. You know what I mean? I'm not losing money on that. You're going to have to pay for the shipping. It's probably going to be $20 shipping back and forth. Something like that. I don't know. I don't honestly know. But when I ship like 8 or 10 Zippos to Zippo, it only cost me $10. So I couldn't imagine one Zippo 2 ways costing too much. And it depends if it's international. And then you'll have to wait all that time. But like, dude, $20. $20, I'll engrave whatever you want. You would donate money if you had access? Well, there's my Patreon, Warthief. If you wanted to donate, you go to my Patreon. There's a link in the description. There's a link in my About feature on my channel. And if you go to my channel on laptop, it's right there. It says Patreon. There's an icon, and you can click on it. Yeah, you got some ideas on two-tone Zippos? That's cool. Guys, another thing I want to bring up, okay? The guy who I said was on the cover of that 75th anniversary one, because Zippo was taking pictures of people who own Zippos at swap meet, and that's where all the pictures on that come from. You'll notice all the pictures are faces on that one. That's how they got all the pictures. It was at a swap meet. They were going around taking pictures of anyone with Zippos at their table, because it was at a Zippo swap meet. We want Zippo to make a red crackle. Am I a fan of Slims? Hell no. When I was a kid, I used to have one. I used to use it. They run out of fluid all the time. They're small. They're dainty. They're meant for a lady. I got nothing against it. I do use them. I won't make fun of someone who does use them. I do not care. I just don't like them. Just because you get way more fluid in a full-size Zippo. And I have big hands. Honest to God, those little tiny lids on there, I've smashed them off so many times because my hands are too big. But guys, they make a red crackle. A red crackle, okay? They made it specifically for tank gunners in World War II, and they're very hard to come by. I've never seen an actual one. But it is red crackle. We want Zippo. We got to email Zippo, tell them we want a 1941 replica red crackle to honor those tank guys. Or not even if, just a flat red crackle. Whatever then. I want a damn red crackle. Those Zippos are so cool. And then another Zippo we want, guys, we want them to bring back the precious metal line from 2006. But in 2006, when they did it, they only did it for regular size Zippos. They didn't do it for armors. Oh, I don't have an armor out. But we want a precious metal line for armor Zippos because we want a solid copper Zippo, completely solid copper, not plated, completely solid. We want completely solid titanium. We want all the metals. We want completely solid steel Zippo. We want all of them in armor, and I want them all. I will buy 2 of every one. I do not care. I love armored Zippos, and I would love precious metal line to come out for the armored Zippos. You guys got to email them. I email them all the time and tell them, but one guy emailing isn't enough. We all got to email them together. Yes, precious metal would be nice. Did you guys see me blowing those O's across there? Yes, precious metals would be nice. Like I said before, though, they will probably want a lot for even the copper ones. Yes, they will, but I do not care, though, collector. Like I said, I want those Zippos. I don't care what they cost. Zippo kidnapped my mom. What does that mean? I don't know if you can click on that link, but it shows some of the process used to make designs. I don't see a link. Yeah, nice O's. Thanks, collector. Thank you, sir. Um, do they make pipes out of copper? I don't know. I was always told never smoke out of copper or brass. Oh, never, never, never. Dude, we found a red crackle on a guy we took hostage when I was in the military. My sergeant has it now, I think. I had no idea they were rare. Hope that one was a fake now. Okay, where were you stationed? Where were you stationed when you got that Zippo? Please collaborate more. Like, people don't come into my live stream with cool stories like that. Please go on. Go on. I would love to know more about it, and then I'll give you my final thoughts on it, and I'll tell you exactly probably what it was. Just so you know. But let's build up the suspense first. With a Zippo? Yeah. Okay, guys. Hey, well, let's not talk too much like that in my chat here. Can you delete that, collector, please? I don't want those words in my chat. Injure my mod so it looks bad. Thank you, good sir. You're a good man, collector. I appreciate that. And I wouldn't say, and I wouldn't say he took him hostage. I'd say he more took him in Turkey. It was on a Kurdish insurgent. Okay, now it probably wasn't a World War II red crackle because that was the only time those Zippos were ever made, and they're. If you know how many tanks were in World War II, then you know how many tank gunners there were in World War II, and so there wasn't that many made, right? Chances of him having one aren't. Now they did make red crackles and whatever, like you can get them and things like that. They have made them before, so it's not like they've never done it before, but they weren't advertised as the original 41 tank gunners. It was just there was years where they did all different types of crackles, and that's probably what it was. And like you know, the Supreme brand, you can get the Supreme red crackle, or and they had limited runs where you can get like red crackle this and red crackle that. It had nothing to do with tank gunners. It was probably just your average run of the mill red crackle. It probably wasn't worth anything. Does anyone else think the electric arc Zippo inserts are cool but pointless? Okay, I'm gonna get back to you because I want to read the next few, but I have a good answer for you, Josh. POW, maybe you could say that. I'm not that good with English. That's good. That's good. That's very good, Alperin. And with all those Shermans getting blown up, not even that many. Yeah, true. Though it wasn't that much, yeah. Okay, so now back to you, Josh. Does anyone else think the electric arc Zippo inserts are cool but pointless? Yes. I've owned electric arc lighters before, okay? So I already know all about them and why I don't like them. Because the same thing, if they're battery operated, you gotta plug it through USB, you gotta charge it. In my cold winters, those battery arc inserts are junk. They're not useful. In the summers or close to the equator where you don't get winter, they probably work well, but then you gotta charge your Zippo all the time. I'd rather fill it with fluid for 3 seconds and it's ready for days. You know what I mean? A week. You got to charge it there for half an hour until it's fully charged, and only lasts you a day. The battery gets worse and worse. I don't like the arc lighters. They're just not for me. I'd rather use butane over just for the sheer fact that when you fill it, you're ready to go. Well, if you search Zippo logo lighters, it shows some of the processes used to make designs like auto engrave, auto two-tone infusion. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I'll have to check it out, but I can't use my phone or my computer right now because I'm using it for this live stream, so I can't check it right now. But when I do have the time, I will, War Thief, and the next live stream I do, we could discuss it more when I know more about it. Stone Arrington, hey, how you doing, buddy? They arc to random things too. Yeah, they do. Uh, the arc lighter is only good for. Yeah, yeah, pretty much, pretty much. And not even that great, because you know what happens? They don't light the whole thing. Like I said, I've used them. The arc, wherever you put it, it'll only light where the arc's going. You know, it won't light up your whole thing. It's a mess. And yeah, they're pretty good in the wind though. They're pretty good in the wind. Yeah, up in 2,000 meters and 20 degrees Celsius, only way you could light a with a Zippo. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know if you were there earlier, Alperen, but when I did mention that, Mr. Michael, what's up, y'all? But I did mention that in high altitudes, nothing works except the Zippo battery. Butane doesn't work. And in freezing temperatures, the only thing that works is Zippo and butane. And if you watch my video, I take this 41 brass replica, I dunk it in water upside down, open like this, take it out and light it. These Zippos are waterproof. I leave it submerged in water for 2 minutes. It still lights. That's how reliable they are. It clogs itself up, but it's a good taser. Yeah, I guess so. But what I'm really waiting for is the Zippo soft flame insert. That's what I want. I want it to look exactly like a Zippo insert, but I want it to be butane. I honestly won't use it much, but I just want one that's official Zippo. And I'm going to tell you a story, okay? You know, if you go watch my review on the Vector Thunderbird butane insert, okay, they look just like a Zippo insert. The whole top looks like a Zippo insert. You can't tell the difference, except it's a butane flame coming out there, and you fill it up through the bottom of the butane. You know, pretty nice. But I'll tell you this, okay? The guy, it needed to be repaired. A flint got jammed and it needed to be repaired. The guy, Brian Freeman, said he would, and you can email him to this day still. He handles all the emails there, okay? They said they'd warranty it. I said, no problem. So they wanted me to ship them the Zippo with 15 American dollars so they could ship it back to me. I said, okay. So I've already paid $20 American to convert it to Canadian, which is about 30 in delivery for this insert, okay? They said they'd fix it. I pay another 15 American. That's like 20 some Canadian, okay? They ship it to the wrong guy. They ship it to the wrong guy, and then I'm like, okay, well, you're going to ship me a new one? He ignored me and never answered me back. It's been 2 years. Screw that company. Screw that guy. I hate those companies. I'll never buy or support another thing. I should probably delete the video, but whatever. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, what a crappy thing to do to a customer. You know what I mean? And it was their screw up. They shipped it to the wrong guy, and they still wouldn't replace it for me. So I didn't like that. Now here, I'm going to get back to some questions in the chat. I compare Zippo to iPhone and IMCO to Android. Does anyone else think that's a fair comparison? I don't know, man. I like iPhone better than Android, and I think Zippo isn't better than an IMCO, really. So I don't know. There's ups and downs to that. That would be cool. Yes, I have wanted one of those for so long. Which one of what? Zippo made one. It is just one of those plain in the, you know what, torch piezo things. Yeah, but no, that's the thing. It's not a soft flame. It's not a soft flame like this is. Okay, that's not a soft flame. The ones they made are torches. You can get a single torch and a double torch. I do not want torch. I want it to be a soft flame. And I use soft flame butane insert because I don't use my lighter that much. And yeah, you know, if you don't, that's the thing. The butane is nice if you don't use it a lot because it's always sitting around. But when you're going camping, it doesn't matter that you don't use it a lot. You get it wet, you get it cold, you get it something, it ain't working. So what good is that for you? But if you don't, then that's not your problem. Well, they made a blue flame one, but not a soft flame. Yeah, it's called the torch. iPhone and Zippo, simple and seamless, works as advertised, nothing magical. Android and Zippo, thorough and capable, but more room for error. Yeah, good comparisons, Josh. Good comparisons. I know I hate torches and unreliable piezo ignition. Yeah, exactly. You know, whatever that means, piezo. But yeah, man. But I tell you, if you go check out that Dependable Flame guy, he has some really awesome IMCOs. He's got ones that are like they got like a little hand lever right here, so they're just squeezed. When you just squeeze them, they light. You just squeeze them like that. Really cool IMCOs. Sorry, the delay must be very high. I will specify when I say something. Yeah, that's fine, bud. It's okay. You know, we're all friends here. We're all learning and watching, enjoying the live stream. So it is what it is, guys. I'm sorry. So have any of you guys checked the website for the new lineup? Anything that's coming out that caught your eye? New collectible? What'd you guys feel of the collectible of the year? The 2020 collectible of the year? Nobody's commenting. I honestly hate how expensive the collectibles are. Yeah, that's anything collectible though, Mike. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what you're collecting, comic books, antique guns, anything. Like, anything you want, man. Freaking old pottery, antique furniture. All the collectibles are expensive. That's the way it are because they're in high demand. So they go with high price tag. I didn't get the 2020 collectible. I don't really like it. Yeah, War Thief, and if you go look at the commercial on Zipple's YouTube channel, you'll go down in the comments and you'll see I commented on it. That is the ugliest collectible of the year I've ever seen, and that they must have been hurting for designers that month. I'm going to get the 600 million Zippo though, or at least for a small price. That's why you find them, not buy them. Yeah, yeah. That is why. That is why. Feels more like a company scam than a collectible. Yeah, that's how I felt. Like it felt like it because if you look now, they don't have the Zippos up, but they were like limited runs or whatever. Because once they're sold out, they take them off the website. If you go look, the whole design of that with the S pattern, it looks like a Z. Sorry, the Z pattern right here. Like, they have that on other Zippos, so it wasn't like a new kind of cut or anything else. And then they painted it, and then it's got zebra stripes all over it. It is the ugliest thing. And then I called them out in the video. It had a 2019 stamp on it. And if you go look at that commercial on Zippo's YouTube channel, I even say in the comments, I was like, you guys are selling a 2020 collectible with a 2019 stamp on it? And sure enough, though, they redid the commercial. The Zippo changed a little bit of colors, and then the 2020 stamp was on the bottom. So, you know what I mean? Don't tell me that wasn't an old case. Don't tell me, because in the video, in the damn commercial that YouTube put out, there was a 2019 stamp on the bottom. So it was an old Zippo from before. I don't want to hear any more junk about it. They tried to get sneaky on us, and I caught them. But mind you, that's when the whole big thing happened. Everyone was locked in their houses, and so maybe it was just something they already had a lot of, and they can just ship out and keep the business going. So I'm not trying to throw too much shade at them, but don't try to put something past me, because I notice those things right away. 6 million sounds a little high, yeah. Do you figure you'll make that video I suggested with alternate fuel types, gasoline, kerosene, rubbing alcohol, naphtha, gasoline, etc.? Wow, LOL. I really wish I could have bought the moon landing anniversary last year, though. It looked like it was worth the money. Dude, right? That was the same thing I thought. I love that Zippo. That bright turquoise on the planet there. Like, that was a really, really nice Zippo, man. And I'm still kicking myself to this day for not buying it. So you're on the same boat as me, bud. And now, Josh, you were asked about the video you wanted me to make. You know what? I will make that video, but like I said, I told you, I've tried kerosene in my Zippo. It ruined my Zippo, okay? It doesn't work great. It lit one time, would never light again, and I couldn't put fluid in it and make it work. I had to take all the insides out, repack it, new wick, just for it to work again. So I'm not really big on making that video. And, other things work, but, I don't know. I'm not trying to come up with alternate fuel sources and Zippos. I might get some views and this and that, but I don't know, man. I use fluid in it because it's reliable, and I've had guys that have commented on there, and they all swear by the same thing. They've tried everything too. There is nothing more combustible, more high octane, more better than the Zippo brand naphtha. And I've had mechanics say that they buy pure naphtha from the mechanic shop, and it doesn't work as good as Zippo fluid. So, like, do I really need to make the video? I'm gonna make one more final video on Zippo versus Roncinol, and I'm gonna be using 2 brand new inserts to show you guys, and then that's gonna be it for me, I think. I really wish I could have. Yeah, okay, said that. Yeah, it looked really cool, but it was too expensive. No, I didn't think it was too expensive. $90. That's not bad. That's what all the collectibles and commemorative Zippos are. I heard gasoline well melted, but haven't tried it, so be careful. Gas works decent. Don't do it. Destroys the lighter. Yeah, and gasoline smells and tastes terrible. That's why they use lighter fluid. Because you probably, lighter fluid tastes bad too. Yeah, well, guess what? Gasoline tastes worse. And gasoline is more crude. You'd have to use like premium or something because, I don't know, man. Gasoline is thick. And I wouldn't use gasoline. Like an emergency situation, you got to do what you got to do. But you think I'm going to carry around a Zippo with gasoline in it? Why? It makes no sense. If you are putting gas in a lighter, typically you aren't in a good situation in the first place. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it. But if you guys want to have any more talks and discussion, please go away. I'll take this moment while there's no comments to say if you want to help the channel grow and do better and help me with my laser engraver and my gold plating kit and more tools I'm going to need to make this channel grow, please donate to my Patreon. That's the best way to help me, is to go to my Patreon. It's the only thing you're going to do that's going to help me right now. Because like I said, I don't have super chats on. I don't believe in giving half the money to YouTube. Not that YouTube's a bad company. I do respect and love YouTube, but I feel if people are going out of their way to donate on my content, that I shouldn't be giving away half of my things to another thing just because they offered me the chat bubble for super chat, right? So I highly recommend you go to my Patreon, and I'd appreciate that the most. I used charcoal fluid for one of my lighters. It ran perfectly, but it gave you a horrible migraine because of the smell. Yeah, there's just many little issues like that. And I've heard about that too, actually, War Thief. I think you were the one who commented on it. That's where I might have heard about that. And I was at like Walmart, and I was gonna buy something. I was like, you know what? I just don't even care. I was like, I don't care, man. I'm not trying to use anything else. And like, it's funny because for the same size bottle, like for a double size bottle, it was like double the price, And Zippo fluid was still cheaper in the end of the day if you went by fluid ounces. Don't mind asking, but just curious, what you play on guitar rock? Okay, I'll answer that in a second. I have been using Hio Depot Naphtha for 6 months. Works flawlessly at half the price. So I'm assuming you said Home Depot Naphtha for 6 months, right? Yeah, okay. Home Depot naphtha. Yeah, I don't know. I'll try it, bud. I'll go look into it. But, I don't know. I just think I wouldn't trust that naphtha because they're not using it for you to use it to light and make cigarettes. I think that Ronson and Zippo fluid is safer fluid to use because they know what you're using it for, and they're gonna try and avert some of those dirty chemicals that the wholesale naphtha might not be taking out. Ronson was cheaper than the Clean Strip brand naphtha. Yeah. But yeah, different stores, different states, different countries, all prices are going to vary in range. I had some idiot tell me on there, he's like, Ronson's more expensive than Zippo. I paid $40 for 2 bottles on Amazon. I was like, well, you got ripped off. You should have never clicked on the first one you seen that. I don't know what to tell you because that ain't the case. Okay, now, don't mind me asking, but just curious, what you play on guitar? Rock? Yeah. What else is there to play? on guitar. I just old classic songs, rock, you know. But I don't play a lot, man. I don't play a lot. I kind of gave it up a decade ago. I played a lot in my younger days. You know, played a lot of Metallica, Megadeth. You know, just random '90s songs that I thought were cool at the time. You know, I don't know. Like, I put it down for so long. Yeah, $40. I know, eh? Oh, come on now. What does that mean? But I'm sorry, I'm lost in the chat here. There's jazz. Oh, sorry. No, I got nothing against jazz. I got nothing against jazz. There is jazz, and I'll tell you, a lot of rock legends were created from old jazz music. I just want to point that out too. Like jazz might not be that popular anymore, but its history can never be forgotten because the type of music it molded and shaped. I do know my history, and I do know that jazz is one of the forefronts for a lot of good music we have today. We can thank jazz for that. So don't think I have forgotten that. The charcoal fluid I used is under $5 for a 32 fluid ounce. I play all sorts of stuff, but mostly rock and metal. Yeah, right. That's what most people are gonna play. Oh, here, let me see how many fluid ounces this is. 12 and a half. 12 and a half, and I paid $4 for it. But it's Zippo. It's pure Zippo. Me and 25 remaining jazz players around the world is offended now. Why? What do you mean offended now? I just talked it up. I just talked it up and how good it was. You should be uplifted. What are you talking about? It's not theory. It's not theory, collector. Read a history book. I know you're just a young kid. So, everybody in the chat, I'm gonna ask you some questions. Everybody who's watching, please respond in the chat. Even if you're just listening, respond in the chat. What's your everyday carry, brass or chrome? And what's the most collectible lighter you have in your collection? Go. Let's see the comments. Oh, you're saying in order to play jazz. Yeah. Jazz is hard, man. Jazz isn't easy. Hey, how much would you charge to engrave a Zippo? I answered that question earlier. I said $20. And that'd only have to be 20 Canadian. So if it was American, that'd be like $14. EDC Chrome, most collectible, 1932 replica. Nice. Yeah, and the this laser engraver is going to be pretty sweet, guys. I'm pretty excited about it. Chrome for carrying. Don't have a collectible, though. Ooh. Yeah. You got to get on eBay, buddy. Start ordering. But you know what, though? I am going to have a giveaway. When I get up, I would do chrome if I carried mine. Most collectible are my Marlboros. Nice. Does a 2010 black matte with a bullet hole count? Sure does. You're damn right it does. Sure does. I like that. What caliber? What caliber went through that? I'd like to know. Oh, what was I talking about now? What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So I'm going to do a giveaway one day if I get to like, I'm gonna find out how many subscribers I can get. I'm gonna find out how big I can get my channel, and then I'm gonna make a goal. Oh, 762. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, that must have did more than put a hole through it, right? Yo, send me a picture of that on my Instagram. Uh Oh yeah, really? You were wearing it, so it wasn't from yours. You're probably carrying something more advanced than a 762. I'm assuming, right? You're not going to be walking around with that dirty gun. Yeah, that's cool, man. Wow. Yeah, so I'll find out like how big my channel gets, where I can get it to, and like I'm gonna always be trying to make it bigger and better, right? I like to do this as a full time thing, and I'll see how big I can get it, and then I'll do